Hello. Welcome. My name is Getrude Mungai. I'm a lifestyle designer on sex and relationships. And today, I wanna share with you one of my theories, which has liberated me as a married person. And I don't jump all over the place saying marriage is a scam, I've been scammed. No, because this particular channel is called Marriage is a Scam with a Cherry on Top. And why so many people are feeling scammed is because they want things to go by the book. Okay? They are not flexible. So many people have an idea of a marriage. As in, you get married, you will agree, never disagree. You'll be reading from the same script, never going off the script. You will be in love. You will be, yes. That's a good thing. And maybe, is it even an ideal situation? No, I don't think it's an ideal situation. So, first, let me remind you, Marriage is a Scam with a Cherry on Top airs every Friday. Oh, look at me, I'm thinking I'm on TV. It shows there's a new episode every Friday, 10 o'clock. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. Now I've reminded you. So you can catch a new episode every Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know you guys are used to me being at night. And then you can also get snippets in my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Threads. What else? Yeah, and you can also visit our Chechezo shop. So, like I said, this is one of the things I do so I can actually enjoy my marriage and I can, protect my feelings from feeling like I'm being scammed because I am not being scammed. I have created my own cherry on top. And the theory is allow and adopt. Okay? Allow and adopt. So, your husband is not the kind kufuatana na wewe kule unataka kwenda. It feels so good when you're invited for a wedding, you go husband and wife. It feels good when you're invited for certain occasion, you go husband and wife. My husband doesn't do going all over the place, husband and wife, other than very special family events. He goes, I would say 80%. Yeah, he goes 80%. And also work events. If it's a place I've been invited to go and give a presentation, he will do 100% unless it's out of the country. He doesn't do out of the country. And many times I am asked, are you coming with your husband? I am a marriage crusade at the end of the day. Are you coming with your husband or are you coming out? If it involves getting on a plane and flying out, those guys will get me cheap because he will not come. But within the country, 100%, because I don't like to drive and I'm not going to hire a driver. So I will go with my husband has it 100%. So how did the allow, adopt rule came to play in this particular scenario? I have allowed him and have adopted, knowing that all my international trips, if I go to work, I will go by myself. I've allowed and I've adopted. And when I go there, I have so much fun. I have allowed, for him, it's not mandatory to attend other casual family events. It's fine. I've adopted. Especially when it comes to my side of the family, I will go and I'll have so much fun with my sisters and my relatives. This is not a cause for us to come home and fight. And I definitely don't feel scammed because he doesn't do little kids' birthday. He doesn't. Maybe he comes at the end if he wants. If he doesn't, then it's fine. Why don't you do the same? Every time there's a family event, and most of the time, nile wa mama tu amekaa huko kwa kando kumshene, and then sometimes he's almost the only man or mzee tu wa nyumba, they're not even close, it creates awkward moments. Allow him, you know, not to go. He doesn't have to come, and adopt to the situation. So that is one of them. Uh, Something else which I see so many people struggling. Okay. I love to go out. It's a bit slightly different. I really love going out, and not just to go out drinking, because I don't drink much. A glass of wine, I am done, you know. But there are other, outings, dancing and stuff like that. It's a battle I lost in my marriage. My husband will be very happy to come and sit on the sofa and have his laptop, not even TV, laptop on his laps, and he's happy. Sunday, he just stays there. Before he used to do farming, these days he's cut down on that. So the other activities, he's happy to stay. Do I have to stay? I don't think so. I love to travel. So I've allowed him to live his life because that's what he liked. And guess what? I hooked up with a group of women who love similar things I do. Other than, we have a few things in common. And traveling is one of them. This year, we are going to Bangkok. Last year, we went to Mombasa. And I hear there's rumors that next year we're either doing SA or India. So this group has helped me to adopt, to allow my husband not to do all those, because he can't be there for you 100%. To allow him not to do the kind of things I don't force him to do the things he doesn't want to do. But again, it doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. So I have adopted and I'm living my life. You understand? Okay. Higher. So an example which maybe it's not an issue for me, but I've had it, so it's a very big issue for other spouses. And this could be for the husband or it could be for the wife. This weight loss thing, people don't realize there's so many emotions fused into your weight and your journey towards losing it. So if your spouse yells and makes it a demand for you to lose weight, it creates a lot of friction. It can actually bring about disconnect in the bedroom. Even your sex life might suck because of the weight issue. Sometimes it's okay for anybody else to call you fat, anybody else to tell you out of shape, anybody else to tell you how bad you're doing when it comes to your weight. But it hurts so much when a spouse says it. Okay? And your spouse might not lose the weight because you said it. And the more you say it, the more reason they have not to lose it. So as much as it is sensitive, because I know, especially when it comes to the husband, the wife will take it upon herself to put the guy on a diet. So he comes home, there are little sandwiches on the table. He comes home, there's soup or whatever it is, forcing him, because it's not your journey, it's their journey, forcing him to lose the weight. So this is when the rule of allow and adopt comes about. So let's talk about this weight issue and let's dive a little deeper in this weight issue. Number one, yes, there are some certain things he might not be able to do because of the weight. I remember I met a couple and the lady was so overweight and she was battling up depression. She was so overweight. So she was not able to engage in some activities at their kids, at the school for the kids. She wasn't able to engage. Like you'll have these parents day where the parents are supposed to rest with the teachers. She wasn't able to do that. And it became such a big topic between the children and the father. And this lady was very miserable and kept on piling and piling and piling. And this father allowed this to happen in a negative way to a point where the children used to call the mother fat. How sad is that? I think the main thing this husband would have done is to allow the lady to deal with her own weight and for him to find ways of adopting. How do you adopt when your spouse has packed on so much weight? It's affecting your life in so many ways, especially the bedroom. You adopt. How do you adopt? There are different positions. I even have a DVD out on plus size sex position. And the plus size has also categories. Category where you're both plus sizes, plus fabulous sizes, both of you. And another category where the man is plus size, the woman is not, and vice versa. That is my way of supporting you on how to allow and adopt. Because many times, if you just allow the person to continue being overweight as they are, or just let them do whatever it is they want to do, we forget the adopting part. Instead of adopting, we become resentful. Then one of you is definitely going to feel scammed. Okay? So, if one of you is kind of mean in a certain way, okay, I don't want to say when it comes to romance, because that's okay. Can I put a disclaimer here? Can I put a disclaimer? Because I realized I didn't do that from the beginning. There are some things you can allow and adopt, but there's some things which are mandatory for both husband and wife to participate. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the other things which either him as a person, and you knew this from the beginning, he's not that kind of a person. He's never going to be flexible. He will never do it. That's why I say find a way of allowing and adopting. But if it's so important, like things like parenting, you know how passionate I am when it comes to parenting? This one, you put your foot down. You don't allow him. And there's no way the whole family is going to adopt just because one person does not want to participate. Find ways of getting him help and seeing the bigger picture. By the little things. I am so big on holiday because we only take one major holiday as a family. I just don't want to go and leave somebody behind. So I've put my foot down. But there's a lady who told me many times from at the beginning, they used to get the guy. They do expensive holidays out of the country. They will always buy him a ticket and he will never get on that plane. Never, ever. It happened for years. It became an expensive affair. So they allowed him to stay and they adopted. They no longer get him a ticket. 2 years ago, he decided to come. And imagine all this time he used to think they continue getting him a ticket. When guys are ready to go, there was no ticket for him. Can you imagine how silly is that? Isn't that losing resources? So he had to get his own ticket. And of course, it was a lot more expensive. But from now onwards, when they forgot and adopted, they allowed him to do whatever it is and adopted. Now the guy is back. And 2 years now in a row, he's been going on holiday for them. And this happened because it was not shoved down his throat. They waited for him to be ready. In the meantime, they allowed him to do whatever it is. They allowed him to do him. And they adopted. I don't know whether I'm making any sense. I don't know what this you are struggling with right now. And you know for a fact, she is not going to change. He is not going to change. It's not possible for her to change. It's not possible for him to change. And it's killing you inside. I think it's about time you allowed and adopted. And some of the things I know we didn't dive into are very many emotional things. And they are painful. So, other than allowing and adopting, I want you to allow yourself to be wronged. Because sometimes we fight and we want a revenge. Like I said, we are resentful. Because we don't want to We don't want to let go. We are hanging on to the pain. And the more we hang on to it, the more painful it is. Just allow yourself to be wronged so you can heal, and I would allow him or her to do whatever it is they want to do, you know, especially if it's not life threatening. And you go ahead and adopt and live your life. You can't force a fully grown up person to participate and wait for him, sit in the sidelines, wait for him to wake up and participate. No, life is passing you by. Life is too short. Allow, adopt, and move on. Enjoy your life. My name is Getrude Mungai. I'm a lifestyle designer on sex and relationship. And this is Marriage is a Scam with a Cherry on Top. So find the cherry, slap it at the top of this marriage, and move on.